Hope you're having a good weekend. Our lesson today is preparation for parenting. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 6 said, "Children's children are a crown to the aged, and parents are the pride of their children." How important is it how we raise our kids? Because they're going to be the ones raising our grandkids. That's how important it is. Solomon's audience, and this came from Solomon, Solomon's audience would have understood this parable. They would have known that aged meant older people, the gray-haired. They would have known that their children's children were the aged people's grandchildren. And just like a crown is placed on someone's head, it's an honor. That older person, it was an honor to live long enough to see their children have children and to enjoy watching those grandkids be born, watch them as they grew, watch them as they played, as they worked, as they did things, and to be a person that the grandparent can be proud of. And that is something that Solomon's audience would have known. And you know, our families can be a source of joy and pride for us. And pride not in a bad way, but in a good way. Sometimes our family, a lot of hurt, a lot of disappointment. Well, what can we do? What can we do to help that? You say, well, I'm a grandparent already. You may be a great-grandparent. What can I do? Well, there are things that we can do. If you're a young parent, take time for your children. Get to know them, love them. Spend time with them. Most of all, point them to Jesus. Don't grow them up in the church. Grow them up in Jesus. Now, I'm not saying don't go to church, but don't just send them off to church. Make sure you tell them about Jesus. So important, so important. But you say, you know, I'm a grandparent. It's already past time. What can I possibly do? Well, just can think of three things real quickly that grandparents can do. First of all, pray over and pray with your grandkids. Pray with them. Look for opportunities to pray with them. And then pray for them. Pray for them. Wouldn't it be something that after we're gone, our grandkids remember Grandpa or Grandma praying for them? They prayed for me. They prayed for me when I was sick. They prayed for me that I would have a good day. They prayed for me that I have a good trip. I remember when they prayed for me. The second thing, speak encouragement. Speak words of life to them. There is power in words. The Bible tells us that. When you see them doing something well, compliment them. When you see them doing something they shouldn't do, talk to them. Don't yell at them. Don't holler at them. But sit them down and talk to them about what they're doing and encourage them. I knew one grandparent that they were trying to get their grandkids to say please and thank you. And they started doing that, and then they had an idea, and they told their grandkids, okay, here's what I want you to do. You listen, and any time I forget to say thank you or you're welcome, tell me. Say, Grandpa, Grandma, you forgot to say. You know, the funny thing, those kids started saying thank you and you're welcome more often. They were watching the grandparents to see if the grandparents were saying it. And every now and then the grandparents wouldn't say it just to see if they caught them. But that helped them to help the kids to start paying more attention. And they did it without criticizing them, without getting on them for not saying it. Grandparents can be pretty smart. Pray over them, pray with them, speak encouragement, and take time. Take time for them and listen. As a parent, sometimes I was so busy making a living, had to mow the yard, had to do this, had to do different things, and I didn't have time. I didn't think I had time. As a grandparent, I have more time. Take time to spend with them. Take time to listen to them. They're important. Benny was in 5th grade, and he was failing school. He was failing at everything. Except for one exam, he made an F. Or I'm sorry, he made a D. He was making an F on all the others. He made a D. He was elated. He was excited. Hey, I passed this one. Well, his mom wasn't near as excited as Benny was. She said, you shouldn't settle for barely passing. She says, you're much too smart for that. So she did something that was actually ahead of her time. She told her 2 boys, there's 3 TV shows that you can watch each week. 3 shows a week. And you can pick them out, but you just get to watch those 3. Otherwise, you're going to be reading books and you're going to turn in a book report every week. Wow. Wow. The end result of that, she said, Benny and his brothers, you're going to be successful because you're going to be the best reader at school. You know what? Benny became the best reader at school. He excelled. Matter of fact, he was the first neurosurgeon to successfully separate conjoined twins at the head. You might know him better as Ben Carson. Here's a 5th grade boy who was failing, but yet he had a mother who wouldn't accept that. She believed in him, she encouraged him, she challenged him, and you know what? He rose to the occasion. Preparation for parenting means we need to make sure that our attitude is right towards our kids, towards our grandchildren, and that we encourage them. We pray over them. We pray for them and with them. We speak encouragement, like this mother. You're much too smart for that. You're much smarter than that. I know that you are. And take time and listen to them. Yeah, the boys had to read, and yes, they had to turn in book reports, but you know what? It increased her workload too, because she had to look at those book reports. She had to listen to them talk about the books they read. It increased her workload too, and she was willing to do that for the future of her sons. It paid off big time. If you're a parent of children today, I want to encourage you, pray for them. Pray for them. Encourage, and let them hear you. Pray with them and encourage them. Encourage them. Catch them doing, some of them you may have to really work hard, but catch them doing something right and encourage them. And then listen to them. Listen to them. If you're a grandparent, same thing. You can do that. Our kids today need that. Some of these kids have parents that are too busy, maybe a single parent. They need help. Maybe some of these kids don't have any parents that care about them. You may not be a blood relation, but you may be that person God puts in their lives to pray for them and pray with them, to encourage them and to listen to them. Wouldn't it be neat if God used you to make a difference in a Benny? Have a good day.